I need a coffee table. I don't drink coffee, but I do use tables. And since the table that is short, long, and sits in front of a couch is called a coffee table is what I need. Why do I need a coffee table? We recently purchased a large sectional, and after having to hold my drinks in my hand like a common animal, I realized I needed somewhere to set them down. While wondering whether I should buy or build a table, Johnny Brooke at Crafted Workshop posted this.
Building this plywood bench or coffee table, you can kind of use it for whatever you want. A really simple project.
I liked Johnny's design, and I wanted to build it, but I also wanted to change it a little bit. I wanted to make it more of a table and less of a bench. So I bought his plans and then added a few stretchers to the design in order to close up the openness of the piece. With my additions, I was concerned that I may not be able to get all of my pieces out of a single sheet of plywood, so I also made myself a cut list. There are 84 pieces of plywood that need to be cut to make this table, and all of them are 2 inches wide. The quickest way to begin this process was to just cut as many 2-inch strips out of the plywood as I could. Luckily, I had plenty of help on hand. The plywood I was using was 3/4 inch maple plywood, and it was relatively free of voids. This hardwood ply was very dense and difficult to cut, but I have recently updated my table saw and wired it to 220 volts, so it cut through the plywood expertly. I have to say, good tools make the work easier, if not more fun. After the strips had all been ripped to 2 inches, they then had to be cross-cut to the proper length. Following my plans, I cut all of the strips to their appropriate length and then prepared them for the assembly. This table was assembled by using simple means. It was put together on its side, and the strips were laminated together with ample amounts of glue. I also used brad nails to hold the strips together while the glue cured. I progressed steadily, following my plans and inserting the stretchers into the appropriate places during the assembly. A few of my cuts were a little off because I misread my own directions, but you will never know by looking at it now. 25 layers later, the assembly was complete and the fun part could begin. I actually don't mind sanding. I find it kind of cathartic. I zone out and empty my mind, which allows me to decompress, while I tried to not inhale microscopic tree fibers that will definitely contribute to my early demise. The feet were still at rough lengths and had to be trimmed down to match each other. Nobody likes a wobbly table. I used my circular saw, a speed square, and a steady hand to trim them evenly. There's those airborne tree guts I mentioned earlier that are definitely trying to kill me. The finish is the final step. The end grain of the plywood comprises most of the surfaces of this table, so the wood is extremely thirsty. I opted for wipe-on polyurethane because of its durability and used 1.5 quarts by the time I was finished with the finishing of the finisher finish. The completed table. I'm pleased with it. If you like what you see, please subscribe. You may be looking at these photos and wonder to yourself, how does he get such great shots? Well, wonder no more. Thank you for your patronage.